It's Saturday. It's Small Business Saturday.
Yep.
Did you go out and support your small business, Jeremy?
I did. I went shopping today.
Was it for your Christmas ornament for your tree? Was
yeah.
Was it? You could be like pocket size.
Put it in a shirt pocket.
Holy
Look at that. That's some sticky tires right there, buddy. It's like a parrot. You just put it on your shoulder.
Just leave it there.
Oh. See,
that's in a black hole. I will not see that freaking truck until spring. Wow. Yeah, so you got out and did your small business thing. Literally, small truck, small business. It was a perfect fit. Yeah, chaotic. Last 2 days, all the stores were nuts. People
this is the first I went out this week.
Oh, well, I made the mistake and went to Michael's and went to get vinyl cutting paper with all the soccer moms at the exact same time on Black Friday. Biggest mistake of my life. That bad move.
Why?
Bad move.
Why would you do such a thing?
I'm an idiot.
There's people out there.
It was this deal, buy two, get two free. And I'm like, all right, it's worth going out. No, it wasn't worth going out. Never again.
Ever again.
Well, if you got to see the heading for the show earlier, did you get a chance to read the caption? I said, if you like fast cars and naked girls, this is not the show for you. Tonight,
I didn't catch it. Yeah, that's good.
We got gray beards and slow crawling trucks tonight.
Yep.
So scroll on, buddy. This show you are gonna hate. But if you
hate leaf springs, this is not the show for you.
Right. But if you want tattoos, Pantera, maybe a little ghost in there. We can get a little freaky with the spirit side. We can talk men's health. If you want if you want to get married, stick around. This guy can even get you.
He does it all.
He can do it all. It sounds like a wild night in the club. No, it's just a night with Des. You can do it all. Right? It's just one night with him. A one-stop shop.
He's an emotional support bearer.
But the great part is he continues to give back. Really, I'm not going to steal his thunder, but what he's done for men's mental health and giving a platform to allowing the people to speak up. You know, it kind of reminded me of the Cool Cats on the West Side doing their thing for autism back in the day. Oscar and the crew, they just made it cool. They brought a little edge. So Des is a vocal mouthpiece for this. I always said he was one guy that could sell square tires to people and tell them they're the cat's meow and people will buy them. He's the only one that can sell a square tire and tell people they work. But it's great to have him as a face. So we're not going to steal his thunder. We will make room for him, and we can get into it. We probably have to narrow it down to like 2 questions each because I can't even zone in on one topic with this guy. He doesn't.
Just let it roll.
He's got a story for everything. Yeah, I'm just going to let him rip. All right, Des, make yourself comfortable. Here we go.
There you
go. Good evening. What's up, fellas?
Hey.
How you guys doing tonight? Good?
Doing good. Doing good.
Awesome. Oh, it's great to see you again, Jeremy. It's been far too long. I miss not having you here on the East Coast.
I know. It's
are you adjusting well to the West Side though, or like you?
I think so. I think so. I do still wear an occasional sweatshirt because I turned the AC down a little too low. Just make me feel like I'm back in the East.
Right. I'm glad you're at least settling in out there. Did you find a new crew to crawl with and whatnot?
Yeah, there's a good crew out here.
Good.
They're all decent guys, all walks of life, just like everywhere else, I guess.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good
You
guys.
just have to have a reef servo. That's the only catch.
You don't have to have a reef. It's highly recommended, but it's not required.
Suggested. Yeah. Highly suggested.
Highly suggested.
That's good. What about you, Munster? What's been happening for you? Anything good?
I'm in shock and awe that we are staring down December. Where on earth did this year go?
I know. It was like light speed.
It really was. And with the kids getting older, I'm going to be an empty nester soon. All of this is happening way too fast, and
Yeah.
it's just good to try and take a moment and enjoy every second, because these memories are changing very quickly. They're going to be new ones. These kids going on to college.
Yeah. How long before they run off to college for you?
My daughter's a sophomore already, and this is my son's senior year at high school. So it looks like they're going to both end up at the same college.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool. That's good. That's good for you. It cuts down on travel time when you go to visit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky.
It's a nice
my
support
daughter.
system.
Yeah, especially that too for like sports events and whatnot. My daughter, her college where she's attending is only 25 minutes away from where I live. So it's not, it's nothing that I have to worry about, like, going across the country or whatnot. But she did have 4 months that she did in Greece last year. She did a full semester abroad. And that was probably the roughest thing in my life that I've ever dealt with, like allowing my 19-year-old daughter, not allowing, but like, allowing me to let go, I guess is what I should say. Like, and letting go of my fears and protective dad, like, and being able to, see her flourish and blossom and just crush it. She came back like, man, like barely recognized her. She was glowing and, just over the moon and enjoyed herself. And, just what an experience. And I couldn't have been any happier for her, but it was a rough transition for me. She accepted it like a duck to water. Me, I was like a metal ball in a rubber room. I couldn't stop moving, like leading up to the time for her to go. It was a rough go for me, but we made it through, and she's back now and crushing school still. So no complaints anymore.
It looks like our kids are going to be stuck with us for a while. Sadly, once they get out of school, they're not going to be affording anything anytime soon. And that's just a fact.
You're not kidding, man. Jesus, what a tough time. Like I'm blessed to be in a situation I'm in, to own a home and to have a business. But like, God, I couldn't imagine trying to be a 20-plus-year-old kid at this stage of the game in life and, trying to figure it out. Like I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's
I made no money when I was 18. I couldn't imagine it with the economy today.
Dude, for real, right? Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like 18 years old, I don't even want to think about what I was doing when I was 18. It definitely wasn't anything productive, that's for sure.
Yeah. That is a fact. It's a different time. The good news is we made it, and we need to be there for them, and that is the next role for us. Be supportive.
Absolutely.
To kids. but you've been in a position with a small business. Happy small business day to you. I think it would
Thank you.
be appropriate to talk about relocating.
Oh yeah, yeah, happily. I'll happily talk about that. So you've been at my old location. So that was really close to home, only a mile door to door. Sadly, I recently found out that the basement was compromised with 4 different types of mold, 2 different types of fungus, a wood destroying fungus, termite damage, and water damage in the foundation. I found out the hard way because on October 27th, I had gone to an allergist doctor and found out that I was allergic to mold. And then prompted getting the building inspected because I knew my house was not suspect to anything of that nature. So the building I was in, sadly, is a beautiful old building. You know, it's built in, I believe, 1816, 1817, something like that. And it just was never brought up to code or up to date over the years. It still had a sand basement floor and cobblestone walls and sandstone mortar, so it wasn't waterproofed, wasn't sealed. So I had a in-home health and building inspector come in, and I did air quality tests and did physical examinations of everything, and that's how we found out about all the mold and the fungus and the damage in the building. But the one thing that was bad for me, aside from having the mold on the premise, the air return for the heating system was not connected to the vent in the shop. There was about 6 feet of the ductwork missing from the heat exchange. So anytime the heat would kick on for the 6 to 7 months a year that we would use it, it would just draw air from the basement where all the mold was. And with having a tattoo shop, I have to have semi-sterile condition, semi-sterile environment with obviously no mold or fungus or any kind of crap from the basement flying around the air. But sadly, that's what was happening. It was sucking everything in out of the basement and throwing it out at all the heating vents. And so all the vents became compromised because they still had mold and fungus spores in them. And luckily for me, I found my new location only a few days after I found out I was allergic to mold. My lease had expired November 1st. But like I said, October 27th, I went to the allergist. On Halloween Day this year is when I found my new location. Halloween night, I spoke with my new landlord, Nanette, who's absolutely awesome. She was 100% on board for what we do. And she was tickled pink to get me in there. I have a much bigger storefront now. I had a 900 square foot facility prior to this one. Now I'm currently in 1,485, I think. Square foot. I went from 2 parking spots to 16 plus parking on the street. I have central air now, which no longer any window units. I'm no longer in what's considered to be a historic district. So the zoning laws are a lot more lax because we're not in a historic area. So I've always wanted to have neon in my tattoo shops. I've been at it now 30 years, and I haven't had neon in a tattoo shop since I first started tattooing back in the mid-90s. So now I'm very excited because now I'm allowed to get some neon in my windows here at the new location. So kind of everything fell into place. I had my inspection done November 3rd. I got the results November 4th, and I sent my landlords a very cordial letter explaining to them the situation at hand. And, told them that I would not be looking to renew my lease this year, and I was moved out by November 9th. And, so it kind of happened pretty quickly. It wasn't something I had planned for, but by the grace of whoever's watching me from above, the universe definitely kept things in alignment for me and has put me on the correct path of where I need to be. And that's a picture of the out front, my apprentice Anthony and I. That was my girlfriend, Dawn. She had taken that picture on the night that I brought her and her daughter, Sophia, there to check out the building. And what a beautiful location it is, like an absolute stunning location. It used to be a hair salon, so it was outfitted, beautiful setup. really just a turnkey situation for us. We're in the process of decorating. Tomorrow we're getting the sinks installed into the back, and we're going to start hanging our hospital curtain tracks tomorrow evening. They all just came in the mail yesterday. And, so like things are great. We had that flash wall put in by a local woodsmith who's a wood, local wood laborer or, woodsmith. I don't know what the correct terminology is for him, but Liam absolutely crushed the install of the flash wall. Yeah, he did such a beautiful job with it, and he matched the hardware. Everything is laser straight. Like I couldn't be any happier. Tomorrow, also, my windows, my store windows are getting lettered, which I can't wait for that. So we'll have new signage and whatnot out front, which I'm very, very pleased with. The new design that's come up for the windows. I can't wait to see them in full display. Like, currently I've only seen the proofs on my phone screen, but I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Like tomorrow is really going to propel us. Like we're probably, I'd say first and 10, like we're pretty close to opening. We should be ready to go within a week, I would say.
That's a big deal. I mean, that's a lot of stress.
Yeah. Like, luckily I've done this before. It seems, and it's weird because like when I opened up my first shop with my old partner, Doug De Silva, he and we opened up our tattoo shop roughly around the same time of year. We got open, I believe it was November 30th. My last parlor that I had opened up on my own down here in Tuckerton, the one I just had to vacate from, I did the same thing again. I signed the lease October 19th, started building out the facility and getting it set up and everything. And sadly, we got jammed up on some paperwork with the state, which is kind of a common thing in New Jersey. So it took a little extra time there, but we got open the end of January. So it kind of just seemed fitting to do it again this time. And, like I said, the universe just kind of pointed everything out in direction. I'd taken my girlfriend and her oldest daughter out for lunch one day, and on our way back, we had seen the storefront, and we both commented to each other like that would be perfect, and they had a good parking lot behind the building, and it's only 3 miles away from where I currently was, so it's not like it's a much further commute. It's only another couple minutes up the road from where I currently live. So it worked out really good. And like I said, my landlord is an absolute pit. She's a retired burlesque dancer who used to dance with snakes. And she's below 5 foot tall. I believe she's roughly around 4'8" or 4'9". She's got electric blue hair, and she's an absolute peach. Like I couldn't be any happier with my landlord, and she's been nothing but pleasant to deal with. Like she's been absolutely wonderful. So from the time we first spoke on the phone till now, it's been absolutely a blessing because she's as easy as a Sunday morning and as smooth as silk to deal with. So makes things much easier for me, Yep. And she's understanding to the fact that I also host men's mental health meetings, and I've been hosting them in my tattoo shop for the last almost year now. We started January 27th, and she's completely on board with me continuing that in a new location. Which, like I said, this was the universe's intentions on me being where I'm at. Like there was no doubt about that. Like this was exactly how it was needed to be when it was needed to be, so definitely count my blessings daily. And I love the fact that it happened as smoothly and as painless as it possibly could have. So definitely makes things nice. And it's not that hard to find for my customers. And, having the parking is an absolute monster of a blessing because my old location only had 2 spots. Yeah. So absolute level up in that regards, from going from 2 to 16 plus parking on the street. So we're down the street from a local gun store, which is a local kind of staple community icon. Like everybody knows where Shooters is. And, so like as a landmark, we're only 5 or 6 doors south of them on the same road. We have a killer Indian food restaurant, a killer Mexican restaurant, local post office right across the street. So like everything is, we've definitely leveled up. Like we were here for a little while. Now we're like, up top here.
Location.
Oh yeah, it's clutch, and plus it's just a much better looking storefront. It's way more inviting. It's just it fits. Like it's a good, nice pair of shoes, a nice tailored suit. Like it just fits. So no complaints. So, but definitely looking forward to being open. We changed the name. We used to be the Seaport Tattoo Parlor because we were in the Seaport here in Tuckerton. From what I understand, it was the second oldest seaport in U.S. history. That was the main reason why we went with that name. But now that we moved out of the Seaport, I felt it was important to change the name. We've been calling the men's mental health group that we hold at the shop, we've been calling it the Stay Gold. Because, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Outsiders movie. I was a huge fan of that growing up. And the letter that was written to Pony Boy at the end of the movie was a huge thing that I've always carried in life. So I always want my guys to stay gold. I can't say it enough to them. And, so we decided to carry it over and call the shop Stay Gold Tattoo. And this way there's no confusion. Like if we're having a Stay Gold meeting, it's at Stay Gold Tattoo. And it's just kind of worked out really nice.
Yeah. That's killer. That is so good. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Jeremy. That means a lot to me, buddy. That means a lot to me from both you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know when you started the men's mental health talks, like I wanted to be there. Like when I was close, I was like, it just felt like it's needed.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just not as prevalent as it should be. And I appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you.
And I really heartfelt. I wish I could be there to join everybody with that.
Hey, well, you never know. One day you might pop up back here on the East Side and you find yourself sitting in on a meeting. We'd love to have you. I've been blessed. We have a great group of men. We've had as young as 15, I believe, was the youngest member. He came with his dad. His dad wanted him to know that he wasn't alone. Yep. And that it's cool to get into situations like this and have conversations and talk and, be able to express and talk your feelings. And it was kind of neat because like where he was sitting in relations to where I was sitting, I was able to look at him, throughout the course of the meeting. Cause we kind of, at the time we were huddled around my main coffee table in the shop. And, we were kind of sitting catty corner from one another. And I was able to see his face, because he was sitting and listening to a bunch of grown men from all walks of life, all ages, all types of jobs, all types of positions in the world. And, various in sizes and shapes and amounts of tattoos and what kind of job, and police officers and laborers, welders, you name it. And to hear the stories of what the men are dealing with, and here's a 15-year-old kid, like his eyes were huge, not knowing that these are things that happen in life because he's still inexperienced, the one other blessing behind that was now the father was able to share with him some things he was dealing with, in his life. So now the son had a better understanding of that as well. And then to hear other men in the room who've dealt with what he's been dealing with or have dealt with it, or currently are dealing with it, offer him, opinions and options and how to cope with and how to deal with, and I wish I could tell you it was all puppy dogs and lollipops in the meeting, but we've dealt with everything. We've dealt with everything from loss of a family member, a loved one, a child, a parent, divorce. Sadly, we had one incident with murder, accidental, but, job related stuff, me dealing with Abby going off to college and, my generational dealings of trauma and guys in the military. We have a couple of guys that were in Desert Storm, and we have a couple of guys that have been in recent conflicts in the military. So, just hearing all of, the nightmares, essentially. But we have such a core group of guys. And, you know, like I said, we started out as young as 15, the oldest, and I think the date has been like 82, 81, something like that. But everybody is pulling together, and like, man, it's giving me goosebumps now. I got a long sleeve shirt on, but man, it gives me goosebumps because these guys 8 months ago came into the shop and they were fucking, excuse my French, but they're absolute train wrecks, you know, myself included. And seeing the leaps and bounds collectively that we've all made as a team, as a unit, you know, it's astonishing. It's astonishing. Our last meeting 2 Mondays ago was one of the best that we've had to date. And like everybody in the room was pulling together around this one man and like, you know, giving him the advice he needs to hear and telling him the positive affirmations that he needs to hear. And, you know, months ago, these guys who were offering all of this advice were in need of the same. But now these guys are all like, you know, stepping up and taking charge and dropping heat in terms of like knowledge and how to take care of themselves and how to better themselves and how to, you know, not make a permanent decision for a temporary problem. You know, and that's been my main goal, you know, this entire time, is to try and help one if we can. But this group has helped a huge number. You know, it's a huge blessing. Like we had a couple weeks.
Truthfully, it extends beyond that. Like just the men in that room, you multiply that by every person that they touch.
And that's the beauty of it.
By the way that they feel when they walk out.
Yeah. The ripple effect.
Yeah.
You know, so like these guys leave the meeting beaming. You know, we got a lot of guys that are in recovery programs, you know, AA and NA stuff, and they'll go to their meetings and they'll rave about how great what we're doing, you know, how great it is. And then they'll bring guys from the meeting with us. So we're averaging like 20 guys every 2 weeks, like roughly. It's where we've been at. Well, the smallest meeting I think we've had to date was, I think, 10 or 12. And the most we had was, I believe, 24, 25. But we've been averaging steady 18 to 20 every 2 weeks. And my cleaning ladies, oh my God, my cleaning ladies, they come through every 2 weeks. They bring us snacks. They bring us pretzels. They bring us fruit plates, veggie plates, charcuterie boards, cookies. In the beginning, the town was so supportive of it too. We had people, we'd come in on a Monday afternoon and there'd be cases of water on the front porch. There'd be food on the front porch, cards, notes, coffee boxes. You know, you guys are doing a great thing. Thank you so much, you know. And like that, you know, that alone was like, it's still hard to put into words, like how that felt, you know, like it's amazing. It's really amazing.
When you span that many generations, and I know this from my veteran support groups, you know, we have, had some World War veterans, Vietnam, Korea, and Desert Storm, all the way up to, you know, they just left the Ukraine conflict. So
right.
It's a wild mix of the same suck in a different format.
Yes.
It's how you absorb it, how you internalize it, and reflect it.
Exactly.
Have that many people have that much in common at one time with that kind of understanding is frankly amazing to me.
Yeah.
My father, God rest his soul, when we went to a meeting together, and he started to open up about Vietnam and some of those things, and I'm sitting there and I had those same things in Iraq, and it really bound us together tighter.
Sure.
It really made a difference in our relationship. So I think what you're doing is fantastic.
Thank you.
And it just, that multiplier, you're multiplying good things.
Absolutely.
To the community. They don't even attend, but they know the result.
And
that speaks volumes.
Thank you. Yeah, we're still trying. You know, we're still trying to make it bigger. And with the new location, I think it's going to afford us more opportunity for that. We have more space.
You got more parking.
More parking, more floor space, more opportunity to get more guys in, reach more, get more asses in seats, that type of thing. And then this way we could expand and keep it moving, because like we've been having such great success with it, we've been having such great success, and on the off Mondays, because we do it every other Monday, on the off Mondays, we were, up until I had to relocate, my shop's not ready yet, but we were having the women in there on the off Monday nights. So there was a women's group. Sadly, it hasn't caught as much steam or attention. We've been trying to promote it as best we can locally, but it just, I don't know, I guess men are just the ones with the issues that we got to deal with right now, the women.
It takes, yeah. I don't think you could replicate it between genders like that.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, for a guy to say he's having a problem is tough.
Yeah, huge.
And I can only imagine for women to say that they have a problem in front of other women, that dynamic is different.
Yeah,
we don't look at each other as a competition or a competitor. And we lack empathy for ourselves.
Yeah, that's true.
But we feel it for other people.
Yeah, 100%. It's true.
You can see a dude that's down and out, and you can feel for him. I mean, you can really feel for him, but you'll never do that to yourself.
Yeah,
you'll never self-reflect and say, "Look, I suck,
right?
And I need to be better, or suck less, or however you want to say."
Yeah.
And it's a different vibe.
Yeah, and that's one of the things where I think it's great for the situation that we have at the shop, because we're not licensed. None of us are like clinical therapists. We're not counselors. We're not trying to label anybody. We're not trying to prescribe you anything or tell you that you can't go shooting your guns or any of that stuff. We're not trying to take anything from you. We're trying to help you become a better version of yourself, for your future self, for the ones who love you, for yourself, for loving yourself, becoming a better version of yourself for anybody you come in contact with. And, like I said, it's helped me exponentially. Like I carried a lot of shit, and I'm sure you could relate with that, dealing with the stuff that you dealt with in the military. And I made a bunch of really dumb decisions in my life when I was in my past situation and my marriage and stuff. And I carried a lot of that stuff out of it. And instead of letting it go at the wayside, I kept carrying it and kept carrying it and kept carrying it. And it was starting to weigh me down. And through the help of these guys, they kicked me into hyperdrive to get me to drop it. And I'm talking like 20 years worth of shit, or 20 years worth of carrying it, I should say, and not letting it go. And, by being able to forgive, forget, drop the weight, stand up straight, get a nice, clean, deep, fresh breath, and like just now move on. And it's like, it's made me into a different, better version of what I already felt like was a pretty good version of myself. Like I never, like how you were saying, I never really self-reflected, in terms of where I was sucking. A couple years ago, like shit, dude, the universe brought me back to my girlfriend, Dawn. We were together a while ago, but I was a shithead and I took off running. At that time, I wasn't ready to be loved the way she loves me and be taken care of the way she takes care of me. And a lot of it was because I was still carrying that bullshit. Totally my fault. I ran like a coward, and the universe brought me back to her back over this past summer. And like things picked up right where it left off, and things have been amazing. And like I just had Thanksgiving with her family for the first time. And things have been excellent, but it's because I've become a better version of myself that I've realized where my errors were, and I've realized what I was doing wrong and what I wasn't doing right. And it made me open up and realize like, okay, quit being a shithead, get your stuff together, like call her up, tell her, you messed up, and, pull your head out of your ass and like make things happen,
Yeah. And that's I mean, I've worked with people in my past 20 years ago, and we in the military you move around a good bit. We cross paths again, say 20 years later, and this dude, like, he wouldn't talk to me, and I just went up to him because I made rank and he didn't as much, and I was like, dude, what's up? Why the cold shoulder? And he's like, man, if you don't know. I was like, I don't know. Why aren't you talking to me? Tell me. I said, did I do something to upset you? And he was like, yeah, back in the early 2000. I was like, dude, it's like 2019. What are you talking about? You've been carrying this for 18 years. And he's like, I was like, you just need to say something. If I did something to offend you, you need to say it right away. I said, you've been carrying a little bit of hate in your heart for somebody. That it was a misunderstanding. I didn't say what I said. Somebody else said what I said, and it wasn't what I meant, and it was completely out of context. I was like, you carried that for 19 years, and you chose just to be mad.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, all I can do is apologize. Like, but when something like that happens, life lesson, bro, you need to say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it out.
Yeah.
Do not hold that stuff in. It just eats you. Can't say is that's why he had the troubles that he had, but it probably contributed.
Yeah, it definitely didn't help the situation.
No, it did not.
Yeah, carrying that extra suck through, stuff that's sucking around you. It's definitely not good for you.
2 deployments for him, and a deployment for me. Like, why carry it?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know where Mike went. I imagine he's probably getting dinner or something. But I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
How is Hood Boogie Hollow?
Okay, so Hood Boogie's Hollow. We're actually getting ready for the Fall Leafer Classic this weekend.
Sweet.
Yeah, we were scheduled for the middle of November. The 15th, I believe, was the original one. But with the shop, everything going on between me having to move out and get everything situated, I ended up having to postpone it. So December 6th is the date coming.
Cool.
The Hollow here is just as wicked as it's ever been. I did have a couple of modifications last November. I had expanded my koi fish pond. My pond, I should say, is now a koi fish pond. The original construction of that was not intended to have it be a fish pond, but I got bit by the bug, and I absolutely love my fish. So the koi pond is no longer crawler friendly. We're about 46 to 48 inches deep. And we were only, you've been here when we had the pond, right?
Oh yeah.
So it was only, 12, 16 inches deep. Yeah. So now it's about 46, 48 roughly. And it's much bigger. You could probably swim in it. But a lot of the stuff that was in that corner has now been moved to different areas of my yard. So we have new obstacles that the guys are going to see for the first time on December 6th. I had CJ. I know you remember CJ Maurer or Moore. I forget how you say his last name, but CJ. Brian Petticini, Dan Carroll, Brian's son Keith. They had come over one Sunday and gave me a hand moving everything around and getting things situated. So those were the only guys who had seen the new layout. I did post pictures and, in the event page, and, but they haven't seen it physically in person yet. So, but also CJ, one night I tattooed him back in October. He had brought over a truckload of boulders from one of the job sites he was on. So I have some more rocks that were brought in.
He looks like, on social media, it looks like he's picking up a rock a day.
He's doing more than that. Yeah, he's definitely doing more than that. Like, when he came here, I probably got if I didn't get 2 dozen from them, I didn't get one from them. You know, like we definitely got a good haul. You know, so like, yeah, we definitely got a good setup. Just got some new gates from Aiden's RC, Aiden Builds RC. Just got all new gate markers because the ones that I had from Exclusive back in the day, they're just old and yeah, they were just clapped out. There's just no saving some of them. I still have a couple of them that are okay, but just got a whole new set of 120 total gate markers from Aiden. We have this year, we're no longer going to be using Doyle's Poorhouse for this year's event. We got a local food truck that I've ended up becoming a fan favorite of. They do comfort foods, grilled cheese. So the name of the food truck company is called Twisted Swister. Hey, come on, shut up. So they do a parody on all band-related food. You know, they have like their signature Twisted Swister grilled cheese sandwich, and then my personal favorite's the Pearl Jam. It's got 4-berry jam, bacon, 2 different types of cheese on a sourdough bread. So they'll be coming through for the catering. Come on, quiet down. I'm on the podcast. My dang dog's working. Stop. There ain't nobody here.
Just misses me. Here's my voice.
Yeah, he probably does. Big old pose hearing you talking. So we got those guys coming through, so they'll have the truck out front, so everybody be able to eat and enjoy themselves there. And yeah, I mean, it's I haven't had much time myself to crawl around the yard. I've been very busy focusing my attentions on my 1-to-1 rig, which I just did another complete re-overhaul revamp on that over the last year. Actually, it's been last November we started the link process on the old Toyota. I ended up getting the deal of a lifetime from a local friend. He had an ad on Facebook Marketplace for a 3-link, 4-link conversion for exactly my truck, like for my truck, my axles. And I'll be dead ass with you guys know I love leaf springs. So this was never anything I had intended to do. But when the deal presented itself at the price that it presented itself, I couldn't say no. It was just one of those too good to be true deals. So I'd called him. I said, yo, did your Facebook get hacked? Or is this like an actual real marketplace ad? And he's like, oh, no, it's real. I'm not using it. I decided to go a different route with my Toyota, so I'm looking to offload it. I said, okay, I'll take it. And he said, well, I thought you have a Tacoma. It was parts for a Toyota 4Runner. You know, it wasn't a Tacoma suspension. I said, well, it happens to be that my Toyota is an 87 4Runner underneath the 95 Tacoma cab. I said, so it's actually exactly what I need. And it was 4 1-ton GM axles. He was staying with the Toyota axles. So he's like, well, if it's for you and you're getting it and you're putting it in your Toyota, I'm going to take $250 off of the price. So it made it an even better price. So it was one of those things where I never intended on it, but it presented itself at a ridiculously stupid cost. Like the front suspension kit for what I just did to my truck as raw builder's parts that are from the company. Come on, please be quiet. They start at $1,699. I got the whole kit from him for front and rear for $500.
Dang.
So I had to buy a couple of brackets that he had kept for his 3-link conversion on his Toyota. But other than that, you know, I was still coming in underneath what it would cost just to have the front half of the kit. So it was a no-brainer for me. So finished up the build roughly in the summertime. I think June, July, we finished up the build. And then I ran into I had fuel gremlins. I couldn't pinpoint why I was losing fuel pressure is essentially what happened. So I revamped the entire fuel system from fuel filter, fuel pump cradle, fuel lines, injectors, 5th injector, mass airflow, you name it. I've replaced it. Finally got everything nice and dialed. It ended up being the fuel hose that went from the fuel filter into the injector rail was the culprit. That was what the problem was. What ended up happening was the pressure fittings, like they're crimped.
Yeah.
One of them had spun.
Ah.
So during the processes of, designing and building the suspension in the truck, that one compression fitting had become compromised and it spun. Under heavy load, it would suck air in.
Yeah.
So I would lose pressure. So, but now, like, you'd be surprised when I'm going to tell you this. I know you'll be surprised. I'm running 40-inch tires on GM 1-ton axles, 538 gears. It's a 5-speed with a 4-cylinder. I'm averaging roughly 17.9 miles to the gallon.
Dang.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like my girlfriend and I went for a trail ride with a couple local kids from around here a couple weeks ago, and I've been driving it nonstop, almost like a daily driver. And I just filled it up 2 days ago and put 10.5 gallons of fuel into it.
Nice.
Like, I cannot complain. The truck runs phenomenal. It's turnkey now. I fixed everything that I found was wrong with it too during the chasing of the gremlins, so that helped me out dramatically. The truck works phenomenally. We've been out rock crawling with it. We hit the rocks twice since the summer. We went to AOAA and to Roush Creek. And my confidence level is through the roof with the truck. It's just so much more planted. It's so much more predictable. It's the exact same thing between running a leaf sprung RC rig versus a highly tuned 4-link, 3-link suspension system. They both work phenomenal, but one just works that much better. Yeah. And it just gives me that added confidence to where, like, I'm putting it in positions where I probably wouldn't even have thought doing with the leaf spring setup. So like now it's a real pleasure to drive. Like, I no longer get nervous. I'm not worried about anything. Like, I feel planted, I feel connected to it, and it's on rails, 24/7 with it. So
that makes a huge difference in confidence levels.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you get out, you've been out this way. You've been in Utah, and
oh yeah, quite a bit.
So just the confidence being linked versus leafed. Like, are you going to bring it back to Utah?
Oh yeah, I have plans on that. So recently, I was invited by a couple of guys that I know through the RC community out in California. I'm probably going to butcher his last name and saying it, but I believe it's Dean Hassau. Hasaiio, I believe is his name. I met him at Axial Fest back in 2015. He's got an FJ40. He invited us, a couple of us from out here, to come out and do the Rubicon Trail with him.
Oh, cool.
That'll be in September. So September, I'm hoping CJ doesn't sell his Jeep, because he's been flirting around with the idea of selling it. But if he doesn't sell it, he and I will be trailering out together on my trailer. My girlfriend's planning on flying out. She's going to meet up with us at the airport, probably like in Reno or Sacramento, and we'll pick her up and we'll head out. That was from our recent trip out at Roush Creek. That was on the Gauntlet. The truck was on rails through that, baby. She was going so good. Hopefully as the trip comes up, I'll be even more confident with it, more capable with it. I plan on doing more and more. That picture there was right when we finished the front 3-link conversion. We were flexing it out in my buddy Andrew's driveway. He was very, very, very kind and invited me up to bring my Toyota up to him so we could do the front 3-link conversion in his shop. He's a heavy equipment mechanic and fabricator for the 3M mining company out in Princeton, New Jersey. He works on like D12 and D10 bulldozers and excavators and rock trucks and whatnot. So him working on my little Toyota, it's like, me working on a go-kart after working on that thing.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun for him. We had a great time doing it. The 4-Wheel Underground, that's the company who made the suspension kit for the truck. It's literally plug and play. You can't mess it up. The only way you'd be able to mess it up is if you're not an accomplished welder. But my buddy Andrew, he's got everything in his shop: plasma cutter, acetylene, welding, MIG, TIG. stick welding, you know, all the tools you could shake a stick at. So, and plus he's got a nice 2-post lift, which was a blessing to have, you know, the ability to work on it in the air instead of on my back in my driveway. We did the 4-link rear conversion in my driveway here from mid-November till roughly April, like end of March, beginning of April. And I'm 51, you know, like laying on my back in the snow and in the rain and in the cold and, you know, just getting cut in half. Like, doesn't matter how heavy of an insulated suit I'm wearing. It sucked. It sucked, you know, so like blessing, you know, my buddy Andrew's like, come on up. I got a big pole barn, 2-post lift, all the tools, air conditioning, you know, fans, bring it up. We'll work on it here. I said, say less, fam. I'm on my way, you know?
2 weeks.
So yeah, it took us a couple weeks, you know, constant work. You know, I would go up on Wednesdays and usually every other Saturday, but definitely Sundays I would be up there. And, you know, I ended up having a wedding in Arizona in the beginning of May this past year. I had to go out and officiate. My best friend, Billy, you remember Wild Will? He used to come out to some of the events with us. His oldest daughter, who I've known since she was, you know, itty bitty. She ended up, her and her now husband asked me to perform their ceremonies for him out at the Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona. So I, you know, dropped off my Toyota 2 days before leaving. Before I even got on the plane, the entire front end was out of it. Andrew had gone crazy on it. He pulled everything out, got it ready to go, ground down everything on the frame. And during the time I was away, he was TIG welding the skid plate together because I have a new skid plate system that 4-Wheel Underground makes. And, you know, he TIG welded that together and he put all the fish plate welds in and got it all ready to go for when I came home. Then we just jumped back on it and kept running. And that picture there was shortly after the rear 4-link was finished. That was last summer at AOAA. But yeah, that was, you know, it's incredible what you're capable of doing with the right tools and not laying on your back. And that's actually one of my favorite trails at AOA right there. That one coming down, that was really fun. We were still leaf sprung there in that photo, but what you call it? Yeah. The Toyota, it's a whole new animal currently. And I'm loving life driving it. I absolutely love looking at it out in front of my house. I love looking at it on ring cam. So that was right before I flopped it the first time. That picture was taken November of 23. I was wheeling with Chuck Converse and his crew. That was on Black Friday 2 years ago. And that was the Escalator on Hell's Revenge. About 5 minutes after that photograph was taken, I was on my side.
I remember that.
Oh, that was a fun time. Hey, Sumi Dog, that's my girl. But yeah, that was a good time. And the exo cage did everything it was supposed to. I didn't get any body damage. I broke my driver's side door mirror, but that was it. Other than that, we got out of there with no body damage. Some paint scuffs, that was about it. I left some glass from the mirror in the bottom of the Escalator. But that was it. Super good. I can't wait to go back, and I'm going to run it back. You know, currently the Escalator's up 1-0. So I'm going to go back. We're a different unit now, different tire, different truck, different confidence level. You know, so we're going to see how we do the next time we go back on the Escalator. I think next time it'll be tied 1-1.
Yeah, and you definitely got to let me know because I'm not far.
Oh, dude, listen,
a couple hour ride.
Yeah, there's definitely. You're going to be the first one I call to let you know I'm coming because you got to come and hang out with us out in Moab. I'd love to have you run shotgun with me for a little bit. Check out some of the trails in the full-size rig. You'd have so much fun. You'll probably end up getting one if you don't already have one.
All I got's a Baja Bug. I haven't been four-wheeling since I owned a Samurai a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's a bug out here, right? You see them everywhere, and side by sides. So I was actually considering if I can find a decent side by side, a 4-door, you know, a 900 or 1,000. I'm looking to body swap the Beetle Baja over onto a side by side.
I love where you're going with that one.
I think that for me and Heidi would be the most comfortable thing to do.
Oh yeah,
because then I can go crazy with side-by-side stuff, but
Yeah.
I know the limits. But I
Yeah.
also have doors and windows.
Yeah. All the creature comforts.
All the creature comforts.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that
So
picture
I
of
think
me
that's
out
the
of,
direction I'm headed.
oh yeah. Like it's a world of difference. Like that day I was out with Chuck Converse and his crew in Moab. It was snowing and it was cold. It was a shitty, cold, rainy, wintry mixed day. Me and Sumi are in the Toyota, windows are up, heat's on, got a windshield. None of those guys in their Jeeps had windshields. They didn't have door skins. They didn't have shit. They got ski goggles on, wool hats, those neoprene face masks, and they're still just miserable. You know,
Yeah.
I'd pull up next to them. I'm in a hoodie.
Yeah.
Sumi's kind of chilling out. She had her hoodie on, you know, bobbling, her head bobbing around in the truck. And we just pull up on them like, hey, what's going on? Now, I might have flopped my truck, but whatever. I was still toasty warm inside of it.
Yeah.
You know, like with no complaints.
Yeah. It wasn't because your hands were cold.
No. It was just lack of talent. That's all that was. That whole line was just lack of talent.
Yeah. It runs out occasionally on us.
Yeah, which I'm all right with because it gives you reason. You can't win everything, you know, it gives you a reason to keep practicing and, you know, get behind the wheel more and keep pushing the limits of yourself and your truck. And like the biggest thing for me was just getting past my comfort zone in the truck, you know, because like I'm up until now, well, I mean, technically I'm still learning how to drive it. From my old Toyota that I had was a shorter wheelbase truck, bigger tire, smaller cab, you know, so everything was different in that versus what I have now. Longer, lower, smaller tire.
You can run that right back to what we do in RC. The more
100%.
confident, the longer you run a truck. That's why I love running miles and miles with a truck.
Yeah.
You know that truck.
100%.
I watch the comp guys do it all the time. They're like, it's a brand new build. I'm changing all this right before a comp, or I'm tearing my truck down and I'm rebuilding it. And then it you know, inevitably it's not as good as it ever was. And they have to relearn the truck. Because it changed everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop changing shit.
Yeah. And you'd be all right. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can go out there with your favorite truck and do everything right and still suck, but suck with confidence. Like you know what the limits are between you and your truck. And just embrace it because you're having fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stop chasing the sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, the evolution, you know, like you got progression through self-development, you know, like that's the beauty of it all.
Yep. You joined us, Mike. Welcome back.
Yeah, I thought I'd come back for a minute. I feel horrible that
You're a little quiet on our end.
Uh-oh. Okay. Hang on.
That's perfect. You're silent.
Well played, Jeremy. Well played.
Is that any louder?
There you
Louder?
go. You're good.
Yeah, much better.
Much better.
All right. I feel horrible. It happened when it did. At the most epic part, I wanted to, you know, connect with that heartfelt men's mental health moment, and here I am, shitting the bed and making an ass out of myself. So
Still quiet.
it was the Wi-Fi. I meant no disrespect, and feel horrible that happened at that moment.
It's all good, buddy.
Des, you guys.
Yes.
When I was a senior in high school, I got a tip from a guy who was like 21, and he said, my dad gave me the best advice, and I'm passing this on to you, and that is when you get older, know a person in every trade. So know a mechanic, a plumber, an electrician, know the roofer, know a carpenter. Not only have you checked that box, but in my next life, I'm going to be attached to horse. Bartering with that service is the best gig on earth. You've got something that everybody wants, so you can trade out for $8.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you've got the life.
Yeah, it works out really good, the barter. You know, barter systems. Now, sadly, it's funny that you bring that up because currently I'm in a really awkward position. I have another crawler build that's been in progress now for man, my girlfriend and I were just talking about it tonight. I'm not really 100% sure. It's been a few years. The gentleman in question who's been working on it, I did a lot of barter for him, his wife, and his son, and you know, put in a lot of time and effort and tattoos on the three of them. And the original barter trade proposal was originally scheduled for completion of April of 2018. I was talked out of what I wanted. I don't know if you guys both remember my old Chevy square body that I had.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to get that thing 4-link swap from Reefs, and I had a different body that I wanted to have put on that truck because it was already built. Everything was good to go. I just wanted to put a fresh body on it because my old one was pretty clapped out from my inexperience in wheeling. And so I got talked out of what I wanted in favor of what he wanted to do, and here we are now. We're nowhere near as far along with the project as I'd like to be. So I don't always come out smelling like roses in the barter field. However, I don't want to talk pure bad on this gentleman because there was a lot of stuff that he had done regarding barter for me with the old Chevy. It was just after a lot of that stuff had taken place and, you know, we moved on to the new project and I was investing time and efforts into his son and his wife and still on him. He lost his motivation. He lost his fire. You know, so it's just, I'm in a position where, you know, like I'm very frustrated. He's really the only stress that I have in life currently, you know, because like I want this truck to be done. I've been accumulating parts since probably 2015 or 16. There's a lot of money invested into this thing that's sitting in his shop currently. And I'm just losing, you know, my patience to where it's going to get to the point where eventually one of these days, the final straw is going to break the camel's back, so to speak. And I'm going to go over there with a flatbed tow truck and ask for him to load it up onto it. And I'm going to bring it. My good friend Andrew, who helped me with the Toyota truck, he offered his services again on this because he knows where I'm at with the frustration level. You know, so it's trying to find a happy medium to get this gentleman to reinvest the spark into himself and reinvest himself into the project and to finish, you know, coming up on his end of the deal. You know, I don't need it to be, you know, necessarily a finished driving rig by him, but I would like for him to be a lot further along with the construction process of it. You know, still doesn't have any shocks in it. You know, so like I said, I would love for it to be further along in its progress. However, sadly, it's not. You know, so, but for the most part, barter does pay. And a lot of guys I've been very blessed with that I've had, you know, in terms like how you said, roofers, plumbers, contractors, carpet guys, floor guys. You know, I mean, shit, my kitchen table that I'm sitting here in front of currently, this was done in barter. I traded a woman who constructed my dining room table from nothing, essentially. You know, it was just kind of like an idea that we both came up with together, and she built me this big, beautiful table in exchange for a full leg sleeve. And you know, luckily she was little. She's a very small woman, so it was like an arm sleeve for most common men. Yeah, but it was still, you know, a great barter. You know, that was a great 110% across the board barter. You know, a lot of the work on my Toyota truck has been done through barter. There's one guy that's worked on it that doesn't get tattoos, and I'm completely cool with paying him cash because the work that he does is phenomenal and I get what I pay for. He's the gentleman that did my exo cage on the truck, and just recently turned me out some 70-75 aluminum links for the lower 4-link bars. The front and the back. Sorry, the 2 lower links up front, 2 lower links in the back. 2.5 inch. They're nice and girthy, and they're machined and they're beautiful. And I have yet to put them on the truck because I haven't had the time because I've been so busy with working and getting the other shop ready, and still maintaining my life with my girl and my kids and my dogs and my cats, and trying to keep everything together. But like you said, barter is a wonderful thing, and I've had guys offer it to me, to where, like, in fact, tomorrow the guy who's putting in the sinks for me at my tattoo shop, he went to the old shop and patched all the holes for me in the sheetrock because I didn't want to have any discrepancies with my landlords. I had a lot of pictures hung, and I had hospital curtain tracks on the ceiling, and I wanted all the holes patched this way. There was no discrepancies between either side, and this way I'd get my security deposit back in full and all that stuff. And so I was like, all right, man, I didn't ask how much it would cost beforehand. I didn't, I don't bother insulting people that way. I just ask how much I owe them after it's done so I could pay them. And he's like, man, honestly, dude, I was thinking you just tattoo me for it.
Sure.
If that's what you want to do, I'm totally down. Just tell me how much I owe you in exchange, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So he offered with the new shop if there's anything I need help with. So I'd ask him, hey, I've never installed a sink into an uncut countertop before, so is that something you could do? I need 2 of them sunk into one counter and the plumbing run to it and all that stuff. He's like, absolutely, no problem. So we're going to go in the shop tomorrow and take care of that. My sign guy, who's coming to letter the windows and do all the vinyl work tomorrow, he just wants cash.
Okay.
And I'm totally cool with that. You want to get paid? You get paid. However you want to do it, I'm on board.
It's kind of what got me on this, because when you said lettering on a Sunday, I was like, oh, this has to be a barter of some kind.
Yeah. Well, luckily, so my buddy, he goes by the nickname of Whitewood. He's got Whitewood Vinyl Sign Shack. Shameless plug. He came up with an absolutely wonderful, based off of ideas that I had for what I wanted. He put it all together on his computer. It's not his full-time gig. He works for a township here, works in a water treatment plant, one of the townships local. So him doing sign work, it's not his full-time bread and butter. It's like side hustle, so for him, he wouldn't be doing it a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 type of setting. It's usually nights, weekends, that kind of thing. But as you guys know, we were talking earlier before coming on the show, it's cold out here. So tomorrow we're going to be in the mid 50s, and he said it needs to be 50 or better for it to transfer properly. So he's coming out tomorrow. I'm guessing this will probably be the last 50-degree day that we have for a while. So hopefully things go good tomorrow, and the weather stays in the 50s where it's supposed to be. And that's probably the main reason why he's coming out tomorrow, but also being a day off from his normal 9 to 5 gig. And but he does killer work. I can't wait. It's been hard for me not to post up the proofs. Like I've been dying. Like I stare at this picture of the proofs daily. I'm like, I show clients that are in the chair with me. I'm like, look at this. Look how sick this looks. My girlfriend and I, we gawk at it all the time. We talk about it like, oh, we can't wait to see it. It's like, oh, it's going to be so cool. I'm fired up. Like once that stuff's up, it's a tattoo shop finally. Like right now, the inside looks like a tattoo shop, but the outside still just looks like a standard building. But man, once this vinyl stuff hits the windows tomorrow, whoo, keep your eyes peeled. It'll definitely be posted up tomorrow.
Can't wait to see it.
It looks so good. It's so good. Nice old school. Lot of heartfelt in it, and it's nice. It's classy. Even I had to apply for zoning with the township for the signs that'll be outside of the building, not the stuff on the windows. But I showed him just to make sure that we didn't have any discrepancy, that there was no problem with the colors that I was using or the images that I was using. And even him, he's an older gentleman. I believe he's in his mid 60s. He said, he was like, whoa, man, That looks classy. You know, and I like hearing that. I love hearing that when you know, the older generation, and this guy's not tattooed. I'm the first tattoo shop in West Creek history. My building that I'm moving into is 1850 construction, so the township's been around for a while. But I'm the first one in West Creek history as a tattoo shop there. So I'm very excited to be the first one on the map there. You know, but this guy, he's over the moon excited for it because of everything that we're doing. He loves it. Like, he's been in and he's seen the progress that's been going on. He saw the flash wall, and he's been in there before, you know, doing the zoning for other businesses that have been in there. It used to be a carpet shop before it was a hair salon. There was like a knick-knack kind of country, almost like the lobby of Cracker Barrel, where you could get like country signs and, you know, mama's cooking and all that kind of stuff going on. So like, he's very excited. He loves what we're doing. He loves how we're keeping everything nice and classy and clean. And, you know, he's pretty excited for us. He can't wait to come back and do the final CO after we have the Board of Health come through and give us our inspection. So, yeah. But yeah, the barter, going back to that again, barter pays, and I'm always for it, you know.
Well, we need to get a copy of your new logo ASAP, because I think I've been just scrolling through my old photos here. I think I have the Seaport Tattooing Parlor bumper sticker on every RC car that I have.
Same. Yeah, same. I was thinking about that the other day, actually, Munster. It's funny you even bring that up. It's funny you even bring that up.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have as soon as it goes public and I pay for it, you know, because like I've only given the guy his deposit so far. So after I pay for it, it becomes my image type of thing from him. I'll be happy to send it over to you so you can do whatever you want with it. But like, it's a good one. I can't wait to finally go public with it. You know, very excited about it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, another nice clean one. So it's going to be good.
Des, I don't think we can let you off the hook and leave without mentioning the DOG. Sumi has to be the coolest dog on the planet. Was it Sumi making all the racket earlier? And what?
Actually, no, that was my older boy Poe. He, I don't know what I mean, obviously he's an old crabby man. He's going to be 13 on the 4th. All right. So he's, you know, you could hear a cricket fart in the kitchen here and he'll start barking at it like it's breaking in. So Sumi had just gone into her crate next to his crate and was just kind of rumbling around, like nestling her pillows up and whatnot to just lay down and go to sleep. And that was where he started his barking. But, yeah, Sumi, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but she's deaf. So the only time she gets any kind of, you know, barking is if she wants something or if she feels Poe's barks. And Poe barks very deep, very bassy, very bellowy bark. So a lot of times when he's barking, she'll feel that, not so much hear it. And then she'll start barking back. And the two of them just don't shut up at that point. And I keep this spray bottle with me, you know, to kind of settle the crew out, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed any of my body language of me moving around before when he was barking. It was me, you know, kind of taking a spray bottle, shooting over my shoulder back at him to try and quiet his ass down. It doesn't always work because Poe, being a husky mix, he's got that very thick coat.
Yeah.
So the water doesn't
catch it.
I got to get him like right in the face somewhere, in the nose, in his eyes, or in his ear, or something like that to get him to where he shuts up. Other than that, he just gets wet, you know. But Sumi, she's currently laying on the kitchen floor here. Going back to my cleaning ladies love my dog. They love my cat. They love both my dogs. But Kim, the one woman in question, she just recently bought Sumi her first pair of overalls. So Sumi is currently wearing a set of overalls. Let me see if I could spin the camera here. Where you at, girl? Got her first set of bibs on. So
wow.
Kim shows up and drops them off in the mailbox the other day and says, let me know how they fit. And the first set that she got me, I have them here on the table. They're little overall bibs, but they're like big enough for my cat to fit in. I was like, yo, there's no way Sumi's thick butt's fitting into these things. There's no chance. So she ended up bringing back a bigger set. I think they were here Wednesday cleaning the house. They brought them back on Friday. So I put her in them last night for the first time. I haven't taken them off of her. They have the opening for her to be able to go to the bathroom and stuff, but man, it's so funny seeing her because I call those men's yoga pants, the bibs. I wear them a lot myself. I have a couple pairs. So I think it's great that she's wearing them right now. I have every intentions probably tomorrow, if not Monday, I'll be wearing a set myself that are in the same blue denim color, and we'll hopefully get some cool pictures together.
Yeah.
And, she's a peach though.
Remember getting your pictures done at like Sears with your, like you need to do that with Sumi.
Oh, I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
Maybe a Santa Claus picture at the mall.
Oh,
that'd be killer.
I like how you're coming at me right now, Jeremy. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Great Christmas card.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Just both show up, Santa. I'll put on one of those Santa hats.
Yeah,
I'll be in my overall bibs. Have Sumi in hers. Yeah. We'll get our photos taken with Santa. That'll be a good idea.
Yep.
Glamour shot. What was the glamour shot? That was the big thing in high school. Get all dolled up.
Your mic quality stinks right now, Munster.
Yeah, you're super quiet, Mike. Make adjustments.
Make adjustments.
Hang on.
You need to trash that mic.
Yeah, I agree. You look cool, but at what cost?
It's like it's $4.99 on Amazon.
Yeah. What that one cost you, Mike? Just out of curiosity, how much yours cost?
Can you hear me now, or no?
I can hear you. Meow.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meow.
Yeah.
How about meow?
It costs too much. Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
It was not worth
it. I'll send you another link.
Yeah, please.
I think it has something to do with the internet dropping it out earlier, and I don't think it minded. It has no excuse. I have no excuse.
True story.
Oh, speaking of pups, I got a project from Mr. James Knight.
Oh,
for a common friend of ours, Randall Davis, RD.
Of course, yeah.
So you know his pup, right?
Yeah.
So there's a special project, and I asked permission to be able to show this on camera. But this is RD's.
Oh man, that's cool.
I mean, this thing is loaded with detail. Let's see if I can get it.
And James printed that one, or that's his file.
It's his file. I printed them. Yeah,
killer.
I mean, down to the collar ring, the vest, the tail. Like it is just so damn good.
Heck yeah! Wow.
For an FDM print, I'm pretty happy with that. The hair on the leg.
Yeah, look at that. Holy cow.
The harness on his back. Like even the air gap underneath of the harness is there.
Such a clean print.
I was very impressed with the print quality for an FDM printer.
Now, you're going to have to bear with me. I don't know what FDM printer means.
It's the nozzle and the spools of filament.
Okay, got it.
Not resin. Resin is the is the mad scientist dip, and it pulls it out.
So like based on, so comparative, like, because I remember when we were in heavy contact with Brian Almeida,
Yep.
the exclusive,
Yep.
he had a carbon nylon printer. Is that still considered a good quality printer? Because it's probably been 5 or 6 years or so since I've been in contact with Brian.
Yeah,
But
there's a pretty big jump in print technology since then.
okay,
I mean, it's the printers now are just incredible. I mean, they're full enclosures. They are sick. There's one of them.
oh geez, that looks like a fish tank.
It does. It costs as much as a fish tank setup would too. Yeah, they're quite expensive now, but they're very good. To the point where this one, same model in 1/30th scale, it is all the detail.
Just as nuts.
The same printer. I mean, this is
That's
same
crazy.
printer. It is absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
So tickled how well these came out, and they'll be released after RD gets them, and that's when James will release them, but not until Randall has them first. And there's a possibility of a 5th scale one. No, I didn't print that.
Oh man, that's going to be a big one.
That's like a puppy.
Yeah,
that'll be a puppy.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So that's a 1/10 and a 1/30 scale that you have there.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
That's incredible.
They're so good. The detail is so good, and James does a phenomenal job modeling for sure. But this is the 1/30th Jeep.
Oh wow, look at that.
So
that's incredible. How's the quality on them new 1/30 scales?
So, like Mike got his too. This was my Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
Thing. I like it. There's a couple things that are a little, but nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of aftermarket. But the quality's there. Like the detail.
Yeah, they look incredible.
Is super sick. The wheel and tire packages are really decent. I changed mine. I think the biggest limit on, honestly, is the SLT 2 radio.
Okay.
Because when I fired it up first, and I ran the steering to get full lock, and then I bound it to my DXC Plus, which now does the SLT protocol.
Right.
And I got like 4 more millimeters of travel for full lock.
Like
I can actually get full lock now.
Wow.
So it made enough of a difference that I can get a lot better steering out of it.
Oh yeah. Man, that looks good.
And I took all the junk off of mine, the roof rack and
all the good stuff.
Munster, are you okay that he did that? Because I know you're big on all the accessories.
Took off the big
Send them to me.
flares. Sent them to the recycling center. I put on the little ones, the narrow ones.
Oh yeah, way cleaner looking.
They give you the little filler panels to bolt.
Oh, nice.
So it's pretty clean. They give you the third brake light.
Very nice.
Replace the spare tire carrier because it was,
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I lowered it down a little bit. So I'm sitting, link level like I was taught.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a pretty good little Jeep.
It works all right.
Yeah, it's desktop fun.
Okay.
I actually I learned a lesson. Don't crawl it across your keyboard if your computer's on. 'Cause now
That's
I
funny.
have an odd search history.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that looks like now.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
But I just printed a couple of these. If I can get it out of the printer. So I got a couple little mountains here.
Oh, cool. For like a scale course.
Yeah. And they're
Very
like puzzle
cool.
pieces, so they fit together.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Oh, look at that. That's
good
perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I got another one on the printer over there. But I was running these this is a 5.5 hour print normal. I ran it on ludicrous speed, which is 166% speed. And it was done in about an hour and a half.
Holy moly.
Thing is cruiser. I mean, it's nice. Hit it with a couple cans of random camouflage paint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you say an hour and a half?
Yeah, on ludicrous.
Wow.
That looks great. That's
I
still a
thought
good
that-
print, it looks like.
Yeah. And I did it on
Hey.
yeah, I did it on like normally you do like the dogs. These were done on a 0.12 layer height.
Yep.
This was done on a 2.4 with a 0.4 nozzle. I know that doesn't mean much to you, but it's
English.
it makes it rough. Like the print lines are a necessity for traction.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It actually gave it a little bit of surface tension to work with.
Oh, it's good. The paint will sink better in it, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what other rigs you've been working on? What else? I know you're mastermind. You never stop building. What else you've been working on?
So
have you seen
I
the
fell in love
eye?
with skid steers.
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing them on, I saw them on Harley's page and the Scale Builder Guild.
Yeah. So I made a Ferrari skid steer. Ferrari inspired. So I got
All right.
logo, my Addy's logo action going on with the Ferrari-esque line across.
Killer.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So I got there you can see it.
And that's a full 3D printed model?
Yes, this is fully 3D printed.
Wow.
Yep.
So where do you get the tracks? The tracks?
I print them.
Printed.
That's printed?
Everything
Yeah,
is
printed.
printed.
Everything's printed.
No shit. Dang.
Yeah, I went all out. I did all the pretty hardware. It's worm drive.
It's come
That's
a
a
long
chip,
way since the Scale King. It has come a long way.
Yeah. Look at that. Man, that's pretty neat.
Actually, the actuators on the bucket and the lift are actually run by 2 Castle Nano speed controls.
Yeah, let's go.
So for size comparison, like that's all the bigger that speed control is.
Yeah. Man, how about that? How's Kate doing? She's still in the business?
She's doing, yep.
Next
doing
time you
good.
talk to her, please extend my greetings to her. It's been forever since I spoke with her.
I will. I think we have a meeting or a talk scheduled. I think next week or the week after.
All right.
But yeah, these things are pretty cool and like good construction equipment. They're modular.
Okay.
You can actually actuate the servo,
Oh, so you could change it.
so you can change out your implement.
Nice.
Reefs Micro 99 up there. All done by the whiz bang twin stick radio.
Okay.
So 16 channels of fun.
Oh, nice.
I haven't run a twin stick radio since I was a kid. Like,
Same.
But it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You just get right back after it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the last time I ran one was when I had a bruiser.
Yeah. Yep.
How about that?
The other one.
Here it is. The IJ.
Oh, that's the IJ.
Yeah,
Project IJ.
Yeah, right on. Look at that thing.
that came
So-
Now, I
out great.
noticed it's pink. Is that for you or Heidi?
This is Heidi's.
Okay.
But like doing all the detail in the seats and stuff,
Heck yeah.
like you can get
Yeah.
really crazy with it.
Did-
So
Did
a
he
little
upload
more-
the file, or did you do that yourself? The custom seat.
the seats, there's several different seats. His marketing is genius because, like a Jeep, there's a million different parts that you can put on them or take off of them.
Yep.
You have the same decision process in your scale truck now. So you can, if you don't like these seats, you can change them out for Recaros. You can change them out for RPPs or whatever you want. There's a similar look files out there. So this one's a little more Scrambler-esque.
Yeah, I like it with the half cab.
But these things are keeping me busy. I sell through Youmagine as an authorized dealer, and it's I do 1.5 a week.
No shit.
Yeah. And I
Now,
don't
what do
build-
you have that on? What platform is that on?
So this is one of his new platforms. This one is the old
10.3.
10.3, the JLU.
Okay.
So basically, the sliders and all the mounting pieces are what you buy. And then, like bumper kits. What happened to my lighting in here?
I like that you could keep that motor, the motor cap.
Yeah, so you can keep the motor cover. You just have to shave off like half of the throttle body.
Okay. Yeah, it looks
But
good.
it all fits on. And the beauty of these is I can take this body
Oh, yep.
and I can put it on any one of the 8 chassis kits that he offers. The same body fits the same trucks or the same
Incredible.
way on every one of the chassis combinations. So if you have a VRD laying around, you have a 10.2 or a 10.3 laying around,
Right.
you get the base kit to mount it to, and then you can just put this body on whatever you have.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really slick. It's really slick. So not only can you just make whatever body you want, look the way you want it, you can also move it around to different platforms based on, if you want to run compy or traily, wide
Okay.
axle, narrow axle. Like I have an H10 version, which is a really wide axle,
Yeah.
and then a VRD version, which is very compy. So it's, yeah. So a lot of these older trucks, these older platforms are getting a new life because you can just print these. You can print it at home on
Right.
on an A1 Mini.
Right.
Size printer. The printers right now they're on sale for less than $300, and you can make as many as you want the way you want.
That's great.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. I know. So Wes and I have been talking about doing a replica 24 carats, my Toyota. So
Okay.
I have a already built, assembled Phoenix here ready for him with the F10 axles under it. So next time I catch up with Wes, he'll be taking that home with him.
Yeah, you got the right guy to do it.
Oh God, I can't wait to have a second one of his in my stable.
Jeez. It's like
Yeah.
having miniature rigs. Metal
Oh, I
miniature
can't
rigs.
wait. I can't wait. So now whose is that? Who's that orange one?
So the orange one is mine.
Okay.
That's my demo. And I'm showing how you can go from one chassis type to another. So that
Just
was
that
from
quick?
that was from an H10 optic. And it's going right on that same 10.3 that I just showed you.
Jesus.
It just,
Right?
just fits.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And how does it stay fastened to the cabinet or to the chassis?
So you can do magnetics
Okay.
and you can add screws.
Okay.
So all the provisions are there. The nuts are already embedded into the 3D print.
Yeah.
So you can just, if you're doing a lot of crazy stuff and you want the body to stay on, or if you're doing a lot of crazy stuff and you want the body to fall off if it flops over,
Right.
You can just leave it on the magnets, which there's 6 magnets that hold it on.
Okay.
They're pretty big. They're 15 millimeter magnets.
Gotcha.
So it holds it on pretty good.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I've been seeing them a lot lately on the social medias, and I saw on Harley, Josh, he's got one that he's been working on.
Yep. There's Munsters. Yep.
Oh, you got one too, Munster?
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks to Jeremy and
so now do you print that? Do you print that in that color, or do you paint it after it's printed?
I print in color.
Okay.
There is no paint on there at all.
No.
All the way down to the wood seats. There's a wood filament that I did the seats in just for that texture.
Huh.
This one's for another client, but like this is what the cowl looks like when it comes off the printer.
Wow. Look at how good that looks.
It is beautiful.
And who is it who designed these files?
It's Charles Kim. He's Korean.
Okay.
This is one of the seats.
Oh, look at that.
But yeah, it just comes out so damn good.
Amazing.
Man, that's so clean. Look at that.
This one's Isaac from Horizon Hobbies. But the way that these go together is it's a lot of interlocking parts with a lot of screws for strength and durability.
Okay.
Like on this cowl piece, there's screws that go up through for the fenders. These screws go into that dash panel, and then there's screws that go into the dash panel that just provide rigidity.
Right on.
Kind of the building block of the whole truck.
Of course, yeah.
Off of that unit, and they're really well built. If you use the right material, they're actually not very heavy. If you use the wrong material and try and change parameters like infill, you can end up with a 9-pound truck. Most of these range around 6 to 8 pounds. When I ship, I do these with just the body. I don't put it together.
Okay.
I sell them. I prefer kits, right? Builder's experience.
Sure.
So that's the way I sell them. If you want them built, there's other people that are merchants that build them.
Right.
So if you just do one turnkey, you just throw it on the truck, you're good. There's guys that do that. I'm more the kit guy. Like I prefer that you put it together yourself.
Yeah, same.
But when I ship them, it's under 3 pounds.
No shit.
So, yeah.
Huh. That's really cool. So now what did you have to do? You got licensed through him to be able to build and sell them?
Yeah. So Hemi
Or
Store,
print and sell them?
yeah, Chris works at Youmagine. You know Hemi.
Of course.
So he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, we want to do a merchant program. Tell me what I need to know." And me and a few other people kind of walked the dog on that one to figure out, how a merchant program, what it should look like.
Gotcha.
So it's not a race to zero, and we're losing money as printers. It's a race to quality. So there's like 5 different printer people, merchants that can print these under the license from Charles, who said, "Yep, your work is good, and you're trustworthy, and you'll deliver if you're paid." So that it's a very small group. There's only like 5 or 6 of us in the States. I think there's 3 or 4 across the world, but it's there's very few people that are allowed to do that for profit.
No shit.
Yeah. And
it's good for you, man.
Yeah, it says a lot about our quality.
Of course.
I've been printing for James for Night Customs for over a year now, and it's it really helped me fine tune my skill set. And now
are you doing the same thing with James too?
Yeah, Yep.
Awesome.
I'm an authorized dealer with him. I sell on Etsy as well. 3D
Awesome.
prints.
Hell yeah.
I'm retired.
yeah.
I got nothing to do but read and learn new tricks.
Right. Good for you, man. Good for you. It looks good on you, dude. Like no shit. You look younger.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you do look. You look younger. You know, from the last time that we hung out till now, visually seeing you, you definitely look like the retired life is spitting your energy. You know, like you look younger, which is a good thing for you.
Yeah, I'm probably from the last time you saw me. I'm down 30 pounds. I'm
Good
down,
for you.
Down in the 180s. I got a little bit of facial hair.
Yeah, not a bad look.
That I'm allowed to keep.
Yeah.
And I don't have all that stress. Like
Yeah.
I let it all go. And,
Amen.
That was part of the reason I moved out of that area, you know, in that DC corridor. It's just too much stress.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress for me. And I would never stop working if I still lived there. It was too easy to work.
Too easy to get sucked into it.
Yeah, for a retired sergeant major to get work in that, you know, the security corridor is pretty good. It's lucrative for me, but I didn't want it. I want to slow down.
Yeah, smart, man.
Yeah,
that's gold.
By slowing down, I mean printing 24/7.
Yeah. But what kind of stress is that bringing you? You got to worry about when the power goes out. That's it. Mid-print.
No, I have a whole house generator. I don't even worry about.
Oh, my man. See, you don't even got to worry about that.
I worry about ordering filament because I don't get stuff next day here in Amazon.
Oh, okay.
It takes 2 days to get it here.
Oh, geez.
It's got to go through Vegas or it's got to go through Phoenix.
Oh my God, a whole 2 days? My God. What do you do? Like, how do you live?
I just wait. I go sit by the pool, look out at the desert, you know.
Ducks.
Out of filament, can't work today.
Yeah, damn it.
Go play in the desert, go shoot guns out in the desert.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What's Heidi up to? She's still working or is she retired with you?
She's retired with me.
Oh, God bless both of you. Come on.
She's looking for something to do to bide her time. A couple days.
Hire her.
Yeah.
We try working together previous, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
She needs something to do that interests her. You know, that's what we do, right?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm stoked for both of you, man. That's such good news to hear.
Yeah.
So happy for both of you.
It feels good. It's hard to be away from all the family and friends, but it feels good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One day I'll be there. One day I'll probably end up being your neighbor or somewhere close to you.
It's a great place. You're in the middle of nowhere, the center everywhere.
Yeah, I love that.
Horseman's Park is 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Vegas 45 minutes. Hurricane, Utah is about 3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the middle of great places, and it never snows.
And you what?
It never snows.
Ever.
Huh. They said it like they got a quick coating and it lasted about 10 minutes a couple years back.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have snow suits or a snow shovel or any of that kind of shit.
I only have a snow shovel because Heidi brought it. She put it in the container when we shipped our stuff. I was like, I don't know what you're going to do with that. She's like, you never know. I was like, it's a terrible sand shovel.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But it's hanging in the garage, you know.
That's good. Just a reminder.
Just a reminder
of how things used to be.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Oh man, that was the gotcha day. That was the day we brought Sumi home. Look at that little head. Jeez. A little butt.
Oh, that was video. My bad.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
The intro. Look at this. Oh.
Yeah, that's Poe. That was the one who was making all the noise. He's like, I don't know what to make of that little thing. What is it? Oh, little Zoom dog. Little Zoom dog millionaire.
I remember that dog that small.
Oh, me
I
too.
Yeah, I didn't know.
saw the cat somewhere. You still have the
Oh,
cat?
we just got a new cat. Yeah, I got baby boy and Maggie now. We just got a new kitty brought in. I was starting to think about, the inevitable, about the old man taking his trip over to Rainbow Bridge eventually, and started feeling a little guilty and wanted to bring home a playmate for baby boy. And at that time, it's kind of crazy because one of the guys from the mental health group, he happened to chime up one night saying, "Hey man, got a friend of mine that's got a couple of kittens that she found in her backyard that she's been taking care of." And I was like, "No shit, like what's the deal?" He's like, "Oh, she's just looking for good homes." So I said, "Get me a picture." So she sent me home a picture, or he sent me home a picture, sorry. And so I got a white and gray tabby cat to match baby boy. He's a tabby cat as well. And so now I'm not sure how old she was when I got her, but she was little. And I got her October 2nd. And so I'm going to guess she was probably 10 to 12 weeks old, roughly, in that ballpark. So, she's probably only about 4, maybe 5 months now at most. And she's been an absolute pip. I absolutely love playing with her. She's super fun and affectionate. And she's got some spice to her. She doesn't hesitate and hold back with the dogs. Like, she'll let them know when she's not happy with them. And she's now starting to learn how to jump all around all the obstacles in the house, and like how to get up onto the wall hangers that we have. And it's like I have cat hideouts for them in different areas of the wall so they could get away from the dogs.
Yeah.
And, so they've been having a blast, and, it's been fun, man. It's been real fun. Good experience having 2 cats. They make me laugh a lot. Man, so that mail Jeep, Timmy Jackson, the original owner of the LS mail Jeep, he no longer has it. He gave
no
it to
kidding.
a young man. Yeah, he gave it to a young man who is a big fan of the truck. And he's actually approached me a couple of times wanting to buy that.
No shit.
Yeah. So there's a really good possibility it might trade hands one day. Like probably most likely, if anything at all, it'll be after I get my 24 carats replica.
Yeah.
If at all, because like it would not go for anything less than what it's worth.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, the kid's not afraid of any price tag I might throw at him from the way he was making it sound.
There you go.
So.
And that's the new owner, right?
Yeah, that's the new owner, and he's been rebuilding the entire truck. Like he reskinned the roof and rebuilt bought axles and built them for him and everything.
Yeah. That thing's got some history. It's been run.
So oh my God! I've run the pants off of that thing. It's been all over it. It's been in Moab. Those pictures there are all from my trip to Moab with it. I've had it in Vegas. I've had it in Colorado. I've had it all over the East Coast. It's been womped on. It's been buried in the water. It's been driven in snow. It's been all over the place. It's still in great shape. Still looks good. Still runs great. Has the castle system in it. It's got the axial BFG crawler tires on it, and VFD wheels, or not VFD. The heck were those wheels the Vanquish wheels that I have on that? I forget which ones they were. Oh, the OMFs. That's it. OMF wheels.
The OMF wheels alone are worth a fortune.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's on an original the Origins chassis.
Wow.
Full Origin, like the whole frame, everything underneath it's still Origin. It's highly modified. Wes modified the heck out of the frame, but the thing still is such a blast to drive. Oh my God. That thing is so much fun to drive.
And it has a twin. It has a Canadian
Right.
twin.
It's got the Canadian twin. It's got a well, that one they call the LS Post.
Yep.
Then they have the LS Forest Ranger service,
Okay.
and then I think
There's
Wes
a
built
Euro-
one for a guy in Spain or Portugal.
Yeah, there's one overseas. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, the Forest Service I think was like Pacific Northwest area, and then obviously Matty Ketz is up in Canada,
Yep.
but there's still only one original LS male.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so-
He said it would only ever be one. So,
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I wouldn't let it go for anything less than what it was worth. Like it would go with a hefty price tag. So if the kid really wants it, and he doesn't want to bat an eyelid at the price tag, he'll get it. Oh man, look at the early day shots of the Tacoma. Woo! We just set the body on in that picture there. Golly, that was a long time ago.
In this photo, full disclosure, in this photo, was this intentionally bought for your daughter, or was this always
No.
going to be for you?
No, that was always going to be mine. I had a tin top Samurai that was originally intended for my daughter.
Oh, the
And-
bastard samurai.
No. The Bastard Samurai was my old Chevy square body. That one, the only reason why that got called the Bastard Samurai was because it got cut up. Like the body got cut up. Every time I folded a piece of sheet metal, we cut it off. So it's like the Bastard Samurai losing fingers for disobeying his master type of thing. So I had an old, you could actually, if you go back one picture, Mike,
Yep.
actually now two pictures, you'll see there was an old green, see in the, well, go back to the right one,
Oh, hang on.
other way.
The other way.
Right
there.
here.
So you see that green cab corner there?
Yep.
That
Yep.
was the Suzuki Samurai that was intended to be my daughter's. That one, I picked that up for a song and dance out here off a young kid who had it. I had a motor rebuilt for it. I had the woman who built my table. Actually, she is a metal shop teacher, instructor at the time. So she had taken that Samurai into her school. They did front and rear bumpers. They reskinned the roof. They put a full interior cage in it, mounted a fuel cell, redid the fender wells on the inside of the truck. That thing was hooked up.
Yeah.
And as we started picking up speed, working on it, my daughter says to me, "Dad, I just don't want it anymore."
Mm.
It was one of those things that kind of hurt me a little bit, but in the same breath, I get it. It's not her cup of tea. It doesn't fit her feng shui.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, I understand. And, she definitely is much happier in her Forester wagon that she has now. So, but the good thing is I was able to sell that Samurai to a local young man who's here in town by me. And he had taken it and he finished it out to be what he wanted. I had a pair of Toyota axles for it. I had a front and rear axle Toyota. He ended up putting them in the truck. I think he's running on a set of 32s or 33s, something like that. Painted it all black, finished putting it on, because I had full window seals for it, full light kit for it, a bunch of other things laying around that I'd acquired over time for it. And I think he's been driving it now for probably a good 6 months or so. I think I saw it first time on the street over the summer. It was probably about 6, maybe 7 months now that he's had it on the road. So it's pretty cool knowing that it's, still getting used and still getting abused too. And, first time I saw it drive by me, it didn't have doors on it, but I recognized the body.
Yeah.
Like, man, that thing looked, even though it was black, it looked really familiar,
A tin top is very familiar.
Yeah, very distinct. Very
You don't
distinct.
see tin tops. Yeah.
Yeah, very distinct.
I got the second
Look at the body damage there. That was the first trip out. That's a video. Watch this one here. This video here was a pretty good line. This was the first time I ever ran a buggy line on leaf springs. Not recommended for the faint of heart.
This is why you have an exo cage now.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Look, we're going to hang a tire in the air pretty good.
Into a
Yeah.
tree.
Into a tree, yeah. Yeah, like that one, that scared the pants off me. But that whole weekend, that was my first trip out with it after we got it running and driving, and took it out for a test run to a place called Doe Valley in western Pennsylvania out near Pittsburgh. And I believe, if memory serves me correctly, at the time when we were there was like 69, 70 trails there. And I believe we ran, I think 90% of them, but only clocked 7 miles. Like it was just nonstop hit after hit after hit after hit. But I smashed the cab into a tree. I dented both sides of the cab. I beat the crap out of that poor thing that weekend. Broke drive shaft parts. I bent my front drive shaft. That was after we got the exo cage put on, after the cab corners were fixed. So, yeah, there's been a lot more tubing put on around that roof too. Like I got a lot more exo cage action on her now. She's definitely outfitted now. I love that truck. Like I absolutely adore that thing. I love driving it. You know, it's just super fun. We were in went to AOAA Labor Day weekend, and my return line off of my steering box had popped off. Like the compression clamp wasn't enough to hold it on. So shot 2 quarts of hydraulic oil everywhere, all inside the engine bay, all over my front axle. And like it's the funny little things like that that make you appreciate all the hard work that you do. You know, because that was the only failure I had that weekend until I broke my front drive shaft overextending it. And you know, so I went from popping off the line, fixing it, cleaned up everything. A couple guys on the trail with me had some oil that I was able to salvage and put back into my reservoir so I could keep going. And later on that day, I tried going over I was trying to do something I really shouldn't have been doing, and I knew I shouldn't have been doing, but I wanted to try because, you know, if you make it, you're the hero. If you don't make it, you're a zero. So I ended up coming up on the low end of the totem pole that day and broke my front shaft. But good thing was I was able to find a guy, Hollis and Drive Lines out in California, who makes 1350 and 1410 flat flange drive yokes for Toyotas. And because I was only running a standard Toyota drive yoke, which, I mean, the cross of the U-joint's only like 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Not much at all. There's not much room for articulation on the joint. So I was able to talk to the guys out there at Collison, and they were wonderful to deal with. I got a brand new front shaft made by them, all 1350 parts. And I believe it's capable of running, I think, 46 degrees of articulation on the yoke.
Dang.
And man, what a difference. We went to Roush Creek in the middle of October and did some more running, and was able to find out that was exactly what I needed, because I went from having 3 U-joints in my front drive shaft down to only 2, but with the 1350 joints versus the 3 Toyota joints, like, just made such a difference, and really made it a stronger upgrade to where you have a lot more confidence in it. So now I have 1350 driveline parts all through front and back drive shafts, and, you know, much better, you know, I feel safer, you know, a lot more confidence in the driveline parts. I'm really stoked because my chick loves rock crawling. My new girl absolutely fucking adores going rock crawling. I could not be any happier. For the first time in my life, I've ever had a co-pilot. You know, I think up until my girl started going rock crawling with me, I think Brian Almeida in 2018 was the only person who's ever ridden shotgun with me other than my dog.
Okay.
So it's nice having somebody who wants to go trail riding and wants to go rock crawling, and she actually camped in the woods with me in a tent, and you know, took care of nature's calls in nature and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it was a nice experience. I'm like, man, so this is what it's like on the real world. This is neat. This is really neat. Yeah, so she had a blast both times. It's funny, you know, like I'll tell her it's time to strap in. Yeah, Munster. That was from the
Me
trip to
riding-
California, wasn't it?
Me riding shotgun.
Yeah, that was us out of Proline by the Fire, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the minivan. Hell yeah. That was a good trip, man. We got to go do that again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Pro line's only 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so that's in October now, right?
This
stop
year was
it,
in
Jeremy.
October.
What did you say, Jeremy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's in this year was in October.
Killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
Much better weather.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
'Cause it
listen,
used
when
to
we
be
were
in
there
May.
that May, it was nice. The weather there was nice
Yeah,
that
May.
weekend we were there.
Yeah.
That was nice.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I definitely had a great time at that event. That was killer.
Yeah, that was a trip of a lifetime, and I would love to go back.
Hell yeah.
If we could make arrangements, we would make a pit stop there, see Jeremy. But we were able to do it all. From you doing a tattoo in the living room. Remember doing that
Yeah,
tattoo?
on Robert. Yeah. Robert.
Yes.
I wonder if he still works for Proline or not.
Well, oh, dude, you remember the pug in his backpack?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
On the motorcycle. He
Yeah.
would
He had the
toggle-
dog on his on.
toggle
Yeah.
on a pug. Yep.
So cool. What was that dog's name? Do you remember?
Just remember the glasses on a pug.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I remember he worked in like their media department. I think he did
Correct.
like video shoots and photographs and stuff like that.
Yep.
I wonder if he's still there. I still have his contact info. I'll have to hit him up, see how he's doing. Been a minute.
I think he is still there. Yeah, seeing that pug in the backpack on his
Yeah.
What a good time.
Yeah, what a good time that was. Even just sharing that house with everybody at the Airbnb with Story and Bert Melchner from A&M Garage and Chris Herb and
Corey
the other
Allen
guy. Oh yeah, Corey Allen was there with us. Yep.
and Pushrod. Pushrod 3D was the other two.
Oh yeah, what was his name? Kevin, right? And
Kevin Hudak and Tony. I think Tony.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
those guys. That was a good trip, man. That was great.
Yep.
Good food, good friends, good crawling. Yeah, it was a really good time.
Well, I think we've gone well over our allotted time. As we could sit and listen to you tell stories for days.
Listen, I've been having fun talking with you guys because it's been a minute since I've seen either one of you. I'd like to do this more often if you guys don't mind. I'd love to get together and chat and bullshit and, you know, definitely get back on trails with both of you. So, Jeremy, I'll be out. I'm coming out your way twice this year. So I'm going to definitely get in contact with you and let you. There it is. Yeah, that's me tattooing Robert. I still have the wheels and tires I got from him for that tattoo.
For the tattoo.
Yeah, barter. It was all barter.
Yep.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, but definitely, Jeremy, I'll be in touch with you when I'm on my way out because I'm going to have the rock crawler in tow with me. So
Awesome.
I'll be driving.
Awesome.
So I'll be able to definitely swing through and see it because I know if you're that close to Horseman's Park, like I want to hit Apple Valley,
Okay.
you know, and do some crawling there.
Yeah, if you cut across Arizona, like if you come down the southern route,
Yeah.
yeah, to get to Apple Valley a clean way, you would actually come very close to Bullhead.
Perfect.
'Cause
That'll
it'd be
work
on
out
your
good.
Yeah, it'd be on your way to California.
Yeah, right on.
Bakersfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know we're trying to shoot for, I want to go to Hurricane and hit Sand Hollow during Easter Jeep Safari while everybody else is in Moab.
Okay.
I want to go to Sand Hollow this way. We don't have to worry about trail jams or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then I'll be back out in September to run the Rubicon on the Fordyce Trail.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we Heidi and I plan to go up to Hurricane for the Matt's off-road record games this year.
oh, sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Inside at Reefs, running
Remember,
1.9s.
this line pissed you off so much.
So
You were
what's
determined.
cool, I'm going to give you some cool history. That truck is now the LS Mail Jeep.
Yep.
Your
That
origin.
exact rig is now the LS Mail Jeep.
Wow.
So yeah, that definitely chapped my butt that week.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close, but close doesn't cut it when you're trying to put your name up on the wall.
Yeah, and all that's like even at his new shop, the course is like he's moved again to another shop.
You have one of those new rigs that he built?
The XP10.
Yeah.
They're due in, I think, in 2 weeks.
Okay. So you have one coming then, I'm guessing?
No, don't tell him.
Oh, yeah,
Two.
His and hers or his and his?
His and his other one.
Okay, cool. I like it.
Yeah. One is a low number and one is my number.
Okay.
So I'm running the low number. I have number 13 of all the servos. All the
shit.
limited editions. So I have truck 13. And I have truck, I think it's 5.
Okay, so you'll be running truck 5.
Yeah.
13 will be on the shelf.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Good for you. I got to tell you, I got a fascination for the 13 myself.
Yeah.
So definitely appreciate that.
Yep. 13's been with me for a long time. It's my birthday. So
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Everything happens in threes that are good. So
Amen to that. I chased the number 9 for a reason because of that. 3 times 3.
3 times
I'm
3.
always looking for the 9.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Excellent. All right, well, gentlemen,
Well,
I
we
bid
will
you both
save-
adieu.
We'll save a
Alrighty.
seat for you anytime. And
I love it. I love it. Thank you again for having me. It was an honor and a pleasure to see you both again and chat for the last couple hours. I had a blast. I love both of you. And please give Heidi a good hug for me and tell her I said hello. And I look forward to seeing you guys both again, hopefully a lot sooner than later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. You guys have a very good night and a happy holiday season. And I hope the universe keeps providing you both with the abundance of fruit that you both deserve to have. Because you both look great, and I'm stoked, man. I'm really happy to see my friends doing good.
Yep. Same.
thank you,
Yeah,
Dave.
brother. Love you guys. Be good, man.
Happy
You
holidays.
too.
Yeah, happy holidays to you both. Have a good night.
One of the good guys. An
Hell
absolute.
yeah, it just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Oh, I got
feel the
goosebumps.
pressure in my ribs from the hug.
I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Well, we went way over. I had IJ stuff to cover. I wanted to find out what you did about the micro. I think we'll put a pin in all of this till next week. And I had an Elegoo rant to go on, but I am going to save that maybe for next week.
It won't be next
what
week.
is-
I'll be away next week.
You'll be away next week, and we'll drop it here for the 7 that have stuck around. He'll be away next week. When he returns, we will have RC Girl here for that show on his birthday, on Jeremy,
On my birthday.
the birthday edition with RC Girl. So are those interconnecting then? Are they like a puzzle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like puzzle pieces.
So we've got 2 done now in about 3 hours, banging them out.
Yep.
And they're all
They
different,
just
or does it
interlocking.
change in the position? Are there different rocks to choose from, or you just?
Yeah, there's 3 different rock groupings in this.
Okay.
I'm printing 2 more, just so I have a square
Okay.
and or a line, so to speak. And then you can change the line because you can just rotate them,
Flip them,
a quarter turn each way, and they all keep.
and it's
They all keep
brand
fitting
new.
up. Brand new course. Just change one block, rotate it.
Look
Um,
at you. Look at
And
you
these-
and your micros. From the guy, somebody pulled the video from about a month ago when he was hands down no. No. There was a
Yeah.
no. There was a no out of your. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened. But what I do know is in this small amount of space that they have all this stuff in,
Yep.
I can still put a nano in there and it doesn't look big. So receiver would be a problem, but you know, I think I'm going to leave this one alone until some servo power comes out for it, because I think it's powered right for the servo
is
that's
the-
available.
What is the trick with the body? I'm always afraid I'm gonna break it. I could have cracked
So
it.
put your fingers on the wheels
Yep.
and just pull up.
Just
there's a-
okay. Break through
There's
it.
a
Okay.
there's a slot. There's a slot in the back that the body keys
Yeah,
into.
yeah. It pops right in that
Yeah.
spot, which is
That's-
slick. I like that
Yeah.
a ton.
That's where I've been grabbing it. I've just been grabbing it by the front axle.
And I love the fact that there's no wires. Like the headlights are built
Built into the chassis.
right into
Yeah.
the chassis, so there's no wire to transfer over. Like,
Yep.
do we take a page from that playbook, people?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I like it, and it just looks so good on that.
Yeah,
And those
it's
rocks get
perfect.
painted, man. That's-
It looks better than on my dashboard of my car. I thought that looked good.
these were scaled for 24th crawlers, and they're actually better for this smaller scale. Like the
Okay,
Orlando's
even better.
and stuff
Yeah,
would do
yeah,
really well.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with it. And these
I
were
have-
on make.
They were
So-
on Maker World for free then.
Yeah, they're on Maker World.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I think it's worth it. I do have an outdoor micro course. It was originally my 10 scale course. Now it turned into a micro course, and I think it's going to be an absolute haven for this little guy. I think the trees are going to be in perspective better. I think it's going to be perfect. So as long as the weather holds, and we'll tinker around outside for a little bit, and then we'll have to bring it indoors on the printed court. I think I got to throw a couple in there. Bamboo is $12.28 at the moment. Shipping December 28th. You've heard it here. Back ordered. Shipping December 28th. That is Bamboo breaking the internet with their internet sales and their Black Friday, Cyber Monday crap. Have now gone to back order and shipping December 28th. Now, Fishing Bill actually went out today and bought one on the spot. So he found a local
Micro Center.
center. He found a micro center that had them in stock, cash and carry.
And I think that's part of their thing, right? Because they had to ship so many of them to Micro Centers, that they would prefer you just go to Micro Center too. So back ordering has its way of clearing that out of those retails.
Okay.
It's the same price. It's the same deal.
Yeah. Same deal. Okay. You just have to have a
Pretty much.
micro center. You just have to have
Like most major metropolitan type areas have a Micro
Really?
Center.
Okay.
We have one. There's one in Baltimore.
I mean,
So.
we just got a Taco
There's one in
Bell. I
Vegas.
thought that was earth shattering.
So, what infill on these rocks? It's the file has it at 5% infill with a crosshatch infill. I changed the infill to triangles to save filament, and I bumped it down to 3%. And this is PLA tough, and it is rock solid, and it's not heavy. So it's
You literally have it at 3% infill.
3% infill
Wow.
on a 0.24 layer height. I
Yep.
like it. I think it did really well. on both printers. This is two different PLA Toughs, but other than their little bit of color difference, they feel the same value-wise. But I wouldn't try to do it any other way. Light on the infill and print it at a steep layer height because it needs it just helps with the grip. So a PLA matte would probably do good too because it has a little bit of texture to it.
Agreed.
Wouldn't be
How about glass fiber? Have you messed around with anything?
I print a lot of stuff in glass fiber, and I would not waste that material. That stuff's like $30, $35 a spool.
Well, I just bought a spool of it by accident. I wanted something else in this glass fiber, and it's very rough. I thought maybe that had the same
fiber. What material?
Infill. Yeah, a PLA.
PLA GF? I haven't seen PLA GF. PETG GF.
Maybe it was PETG. Hang on, I'll tell you. I got it right here. Stand by. Have it right here. Yes, definitely PETG. PETG-CF. So,
CF. That's carbon.
CF.
That's carbon.
I
would not waste that on this. This, like, you're going to spray paint this. Texture, print lines, who cares? Like, I wouldn't waste filament on it that's expensive. Just use cheap stuff. I mean, you're running a little truck on it. It's not going to hurt it.
Jeremy, it is GF, as in glass fiber.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste GF.
Well, why the hell are they doing this? I've kind of bought this by accident.
GF.
What am I?
That's what I print the IJ bodies in. That's what That's what my two skid steers are printed in.
Oh, okay.
PETG GF.
All right, I'm loving this PETG thing. This at G, I am like loving life.
Yeah,
with it.
Once you tune it in. Once you know your printer and you know your settings, it's magic.
Banging it out. I mean, it's blowing my mind. I've changed everything. I've gone to tree supports. I've gone to no brim. Like, everything is just. I should shut up.
If you like, it has really good adhesion on the standard plates. If you're doing anything like dainty, like the little dog that I did. I put it on my Bidacue, the blue plate, the Glacier.
Okay.
No glue, it just sticks. Like, that plate holds stuff tight.
Holds it. Wow.
With no glue. And where my other pie plates, I have to actually put glue on to hold small stuff. But yeah.
Wow.
And anything with a big base like this.
Yep.
On the bamboo printers, once you get the first layer down, just
walk away.
Put that sucker on ludicrous and walk away, because it don't have anything loose on the table.
And you stayed with the 0.4.
I could go to a 0.8 and print these, and I'd be fine.
Right?
Yeah, it's just not worth changing a nozzle for a 2-hour print. Or just let them cook overnight on regular speed. And it's like a 5-hour print on an H2. So.
Wild. Well, we've got to hunker down. You'll be off next week. We're going to hope that Mother Nature brings us some snow.
I hope it brings you guys snow.
I've got to go fast.
Because then I'll just
laugh,
make fun of you.
Make fun of. I'm gonna ship. I'm gonna dry ice some snowballs back to you. I'm gonna dry ice ship them to you.
Yeah, never make it. It'll be a bag of water.
Well, splash this on your face. That's for you.
Sure. Yep. All right.
Yep. we've got
wrap it up.
good stuff. I'm gonna keep letting the IGA thing go. I've been tinkering with colors, like you said, dude. By the time you're done, you have like 3 IGAs you could build. Now, unfortunately, it's not the color configuration I want to do. I already want to do a second one in like a black and green, kind of
I mean,
Wizard of Oz themed.
Yeah, you can paint your shit too.
That was
the
going to be
prints-
the out.
The prints
I'm
are so
thinking-
clean that you
Yeah.
can just spray it, and you're,
Yeah.
with any decent, rattle can.
So,
and you're
what
fine.
is the thing with the PET G, or was it the ABS? With the PET G, can you CA glue PET G together? You just can't CA glue ABS back together. Is that
You
right?
can CA all of it, but there's specific glues that you can use that are better for ABS.
Okay.
I use Gloop, and Gloop has it formulated for all the different materials: ASA, ABS, PTG, PLA. This stuff is fantastic.
Is it a brush in there,
Yeah.
like the old rubber cement days back in elementary
Yeah.
school? Okay. Amazon direct ship. Where do you get that at?
Direct ship from Gloop.
The direct ship from Google. Okay.
I don't know if to be able to see this.
Now we got it. Oh, okay. You got the QR code up there. Loop.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
So
try it.
Gloop, highly recommend it. If you're doing commercial printing, and you have small parts and you pop off a small little leg or a tab or something, Gloop is your friend. Otherwise, you're throwing away a print, and it bonds it back together. So
Okay.
that's why it's formulated per material.
All righty. Well, we'll
Yep.
take it. All right, people. That's
All right.
late enough. You go eat some dinner. We will see you. Enjoy next week. If we don't see you
Yep.
before then, thank you. Thank you to Desmond. You guys seen his Instagram. I scrolled you through there. You know where to find him during the week. Go check him out. And if you are in the East Coast area, go wait for the Stay Gold Men's Club night. Highly suggest getting over there for a little men's health awareness. Go
Yep.
there for the donuts and the hugs. Go
Yep.
check them out.
Jersey style.
Get yourself some tattoo. Oh, here. Got somebody asking where the new shop is at. But anyway, we went long enough. Google it.
Yep.
Media, finding me an exit ramp. And we've got it. Thank you, people. We're going to close out.